Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning, good evening, or good night. I'm Reyna Nasyatul'ula Umi Salma from Bumi, Cendekia, Yogyakarta, and I'm from 7th grade. Today, I'm going to be giving a speech on why we should buy local products. Now, many people buy products from big companies such as Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft. But these companies like to do something called monopoly, and it's bad for our economy. And so why buy from them when you can buy locally? You might already have many questions just from the start of this speech. That's what I'm here for. I want to answer your questions, give you some insight on the situation, tell you how to prevent and hopefully eventually resolve the big monopoly problem, and tell you why you should switch to consuming local products. Now, I myself am an avid buyer for some of these companies as well. Like for example, Apple. It's a big company many of you know. And to be honest, I use their products daily in my life. Like my MacBook Air, I use it almost every single day. And I also have an iPhone as my phone. But just because I use these products doesn't mean it's good to have these products. In fact, Apple reports that 71% of its carbon emissions are from manufacturing these products. And only 19% of it is the use of those products. That 19% is less than a quarter of the 71%. But it's not only Apple who does this. Many other big companies do as well. And they're as bad, if not worse, for the economy and for the environment. And so, let's talk about something that big companies also do, but it's also bad for our economy, the big monopoly problem. First of all, what is monopoly? Monopoly is where there's only a few, but big companies selling in the market. This means that small businesses are getting less sales, less customers, and less recognition. Therefore, small businesses are reducing more and more by the time this goes on. And many people are creative with their work. It's a tragedy for us and even more for them. And so, that's one big problem with monopoly. But how do we resolve this problem, you may ask? Well, by buying locally, of course. Buying from different and smaller shops helps them get a chance of getting recognition and eventually more sales. And I've personally shopped from some of these local businesses before, actually. And I absolutely adore their products and their service. And many other different people do as well. Their products are unique and you can't usually find them anywhere else but their shop because most of these products are homemade. And even though they don't have as useful or expensive tools that other big companies have, they still push through and make high quality products for their customers. Like Martin Luther King Jr. once said, somewhere along the way, we have to realize that there is nothing greater than to do something for others. And so, there you go. That's the problem to solving the monopoly problem. But should we really switch to consuming local products? Well, yes. In fact, local products are much more healthier, nutritious, and safer for the environment. Local businesses reduce the amounts of waste of packaging and transportation. Now, local businesses also support other local businesses. Therefore, they're helping everyone around you, like your friends, your family, and your neighbors. But they also support many foundations that help much more people internationally. And so, that's one big advantage. And so, those are some advantages you get from buying locally. But buying locally also means that you can find traditional items. Like for example, traditional food, traditional clothes, and much more. And you can also find apps that are made by local developers. Like for example, apps made locally in Indonesia, Bukalapak, Tokopedia, and Gojek. Now that you've heard the effects of monopoly and the advantages you get for shopping locally, are you ready to switch to consuming local products? Thank you for listening to my speech. I'm Reyna. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.